Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey with Teaching Online with Kelsey, and I'm really glad that you have found this channel because my channel will consist of teacher vlogs and my life as a full-time online teacher and teaching with outschool and other resources. So make sure this is not the last time that you see me by hitting the red subscription button and the bell down below to be notified of new videos every week, and to also give this video a big thumbs up. Your support means everything to me and for the algorithm to be in my favor as well. And if you have any questions for me about what I do or suggestions for future upcoming videos, please make sure to leave a comment down below too. This video today is brought to you by my new newsletter. You will receive weekly updates of upcoming videos, new courses on OutSchool and Skillshare, and other products before anyone else. And also my free guide on how to work more efficiently on my Teachers Pay Teachers website. Please make sure you head on over there to download your guide and to also give a like and follow on my Teachers Pay Teachers profile too. So for today's video, I'm going to just do a quick recap of my life, like actually vlogging about my life, because most of my recent videos I haven't really talked about like how I'm doing as a full-time online teacher. I am fast approaching my 6 months of being a full-time online teacher, and also my 1-year anniversary of teaching my very first OutSchool class. I also just want to discuss in this video just some things that I have learned along the way and just how life is going for me since I've jumped on this journey, and what this could mean for me in the future as this world with a plantation still happening, and including the deltoid variations. So about 6 months ago, I decided to leave my full-time 9-to-5 with benefits and good insurance job to be a full-time online teacher. So if you're not really familiar with what I'm doing, make sure to watch my first video explaining this step that I decided to take 6 months ago, and how we are here now at this point in my journey. And so in my next video, I'll be able to do a breakdown of how much I have made per month when I do like a more formal, if you're going to start with OutSchool today, what do you need? So there's your sneak peek on my next video. All right, so one of the things that I feel like I have learned the past 6 months jumping into this journey is, I mean, obviously it's going to feel different. You're going to have your worries and you're going to have your doubts and your fears of, I'm not going to have this security of pay anymore, and I don't know what, I don't know what this is going to mean in the future in terms of pay. And especially for being a online teacher, pay can vary. You can earn more in some months and not so much on the other. And I think for me, having that cushion of my husband's job has helped me go further and to try out this venture without a whole lot of risk involved in the process, and just not really having to be too scared about what's going to happen to me. In terms of how much effort I'm putting into essentially being a full-time online teacher and also trying to grow a business in terms of other ventures of offering my services and offering who I am and trying to set myself out there, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work, and for me to realize that this is not going to happen overnight, to have this booming, successful, almost passive kind of job. Like, I think I was rudely awakened in saying, you're gonna put a lot of work in, like those first few months, and you're not really gonna see a lot of fruit at first. And realizing that's okay, and realizing that what I'm doing at first, I'm at least growing something organically, as opposed to trying to be superficial and saying, oh, I just need more followers, and then I don't have to worry about that too much. At least I know that with us, it's slow and steady for me. I guess that's the best way to put it. It was really slow starting, but it's also steady. I'm thankful, looking at my outschool numbers, that I have not made less than $1,000 at least in money, which if you are looking into outschool, that should give you hope into doing outschool, even if it's just a side gig, knowing that you could earn over $1,000 a month, whether a side gig or full-time, whatever it may be. But also putting into consideration that I'm not teaching 8 hours straight either. I'm also, there's 25-minute classes, or there's 40-minute classes, and then there's breaks in between. And really the 8-hour part, or sometimes more, comes into just other aspects of my business that I'm trying to do, whether that be for flex classes or YouTube videos, newsletters, social media. Like, there's a lot that I'm working at, and it's tiring. It's really exhausting. And then when I first started, I didn't really have a good groove going for me to just like keep going. And then like a month, like almost 2 months into doing this business, I get the call about my grandmother passing away. And while it was a lovely benefit that I could, it was easy to cancel classes and give parents refunds and say, hey, my grandmother passed away, I'm really sorry. Most families that I contacted with were understanding of the situation, and I was thankful that I was able to take the time to spend time with my family during that time, because it had proved to be more exhausting than anticipated over the death of my grandma. And so I was really thankful that it was easy for me to do that in that sense, and that I had a business that I can allow myself to do that. But I also realized there were a lot of times that I think my mental health got the best of me too. So then there were days that I didn't really invest in the business as I should have, and I only just taught that day. But I think slowly but surely making sure that I got myself on a schedule really helped me get back into the groove of making sure I post on social media every day, and making sure that that if I have these deadlines, that I meet them, and if I have these goals, that I make sure that I try to get them somewhere at some point. And so having a schedule has been helpful in staying me intact, and learning to edit my own videos, that has also been helpful too. It's been a lot, but I still don't regret the decision. The decision for me to leave my steady job and to do what I do. I really truly don't have any regrets. Leaving a job that was just shaving years off my life and hurting my feet in the process, and not even helpful in my mental health either, has been, you know, it's worth leaving that behind to do what you're really passionate about. And I still feel very passionate about what I'm doing here, and I'm still curious and creative and adventurous in what I want to try to do for this business. And if you have joined me this far, like, I appreciate your support and believing in me and seeing that, you know, it may not be an easy road, but it's a road that's worth it, in my opinion. That I do what I want to do, and that I love it. And I'm going to keep sharing it. I have no regrets still. And I think, and I know some of you who may be looking into online teaching, or maybe you're listening to, you know, someone being a full-time online teacher and like, there's a lot of kids going back to school. What are you going to do about that? Well, I'm filming this in July of 2021. And the thing is, like, most of the adult population is vaccinated, but the children, you know, that are under 12 are not. And so the thing with deltoid varied does mean that there are families that are still probably going to choose the online route and online learning for their child, because they don't feel like it is safe for their child to go into schools, because there's not really a layer of protection for them in terms of their health safety. And so I'm feeling hopeful that since there are families that have discovered OutSchool and now have the option and that tool to help their child out in their learning journey, that it will benefit me and other online teachers too. And, you know, and I mean, if you're a parent watching this, you know, I'm sure you have your thoughts about online learning. And I'm sure those thoughts are, if I'm being frank here, they're probably from, you know, the public school sector or the private school sector, where, you know, there's not really a lot of, there's a lot of control, and it seems like there's a lot of effort on your part to make this successful. And I think, you know, I mean, you know, you have a right to your thoughts on what you think about online learning. Absolutely. You know, there's just also families out there that actually saw the benefit of online learning for their child, and they feel like they want to continue with it, or they want to do the homeschooling route and have online learning supports as an addition to their homeschooling, thanks to a panorama. And it's, yeah, I mean, I'm not afraid, because there have been teachers that taught on OutSchool, you know, even before a Pandora came around. So I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. And there are other aspects of my business that I'm trying to grow as well, that I'm just going to have more time to do for myself. And I think we can only go up at this point. Even with things slowly getting back to normal, we can only go up from here. And the thing is, with the way technology is, and now people know how to do Zoom meetings or Google Meet, that sort of thing, they now know that we're going to be leaning more and more towards these options anyways, so we might as well just go ahead and get used to it. That's just my opinion. That's just my thoughts. I'm not, like I said, I'm not concerned by any means. And then, you know, I'm also going to try to utilize more flex classes, more so, not that I don't like interacting with children, but just that there is that option available to families who are maybe super busy, that they don't have time to take the live version of my classes, but they could take the flex version instead. And I want to be able to provide those options to families too that want to take my courses, but they're not going to have the time to do it, and give them that opportunity to take it to some extent. So that is another reason why I like to push the flex classes, is just another opportunity to learn and to fit it all within busy schedules. Speaking of 6 months, and I guess when I'm going to be able to do another video 6 months from now, in terms of life, everything's going good. I know for my mental health, therapy has helped a lot. I'm not saying if you become an online teacher that you start becoming crazy. Like any other job, whether it's your own business or you work at a brick and mortar job and there's someone above you, you have to put your mental health up front. Like you have to treat it like you would any other physical ailment. And I think that's been the biggest blessing, is that I've been able to have more time to focus on that and more freedom to take time to take care of myself in that respect, and to realize if I get tired, then I can give myself permission to take a rest day. I don't need a higher up telling me when I can do this and when I can do that. And I think that has been super nice. I feel like everything's going good. Like I said, we can only go up from here, and my husband and I are actually planning on going to Disney in January, and Disney World. I should say, I know there's like many Disneys out there. So I'm hoping in between I can be able to share like our experiences for like getting ready for the trip and trying to do it as cheaply as possible, and doing it at a time where I am taking time off from outschool and offering flex classes either during that week or during the whole month. I have not decided yet if I wanted to challenge myself on doing just flex classes 1 month and just seeing what happens. Haven't decided that yet, so I'm super excited to be planning that trip with him too. We're really looking forward to it, and we have 6 months to plan it. And it'll be like after Christmas and New Year, so hopefully like that'll be a slower month for Disney. So we'll see about that. If you got any other questions for me, make sure to leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to answer that for you. Alright, and this won't be the last video, I promise, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell down below for new videos every week. Alright, and don't forget to check out the links on the description box too. This also helps support my channel and my business that I'm trying to grow, and I'll see you in the next video.